Alright, here we go. This is my Ranger pack, and I'm going to show you what I got inside of here. I don't have anything on the outside of this right now. Sometimes I do. Let's cover the outside compartments first. See right here, I got some jute twine. And this is some material basically that I can use. Oh, I know what this is. This is my laundry bag. I usually don't use that. I used to just use a trash bag. But that's a laundry bag in case I'm out there for an extended stay. In fact, I've never used it. I always just use a trash bag. Like a small Walmart bag or something. Alright, flint knapping device. It's a flaker. Sharpie. Snuff can with a couple of those buddy burners and a thimble, and I think there's a needle, and there's also a sewing machine needle in there I can use as an awl. Got a diamond sharpening rod here for honing my blades. A sharpener here. It's got the coarse and the fine. And that's everything in that compartment. There's actually some room in this compartment to add more stuff too. Like I said, you don't want to overflow it. And besides, even for me to carry all this gear into the bush with the LBV, the pack, and the shotgun scabbard is pushing it. What it's made for is basically for bugging out and going and finding a campsite where I can stash some of the gear. So, right here, I've got some clean hands, some $2 work gloves from Walmart. You can do a lot with these things, and a couple of buddy burners that I was showing you before. And that's all that's in there. Now, like I said, I load my pack differently all the time. Sometimes I'll keep some tools in here, like a screwdriver set or something like that. It just depends on what's going on at that particular moment in time. Now this, I like to keep with me at all times. It's my folding camp saw. Coleman folding camp saw. I want a Baco Laplander. Those are 30 bucks. These are only 10. And this was actually a gift from me from someone I used to work with. Bree. Thanks, Bree. I appreciate that. And down here, this long thing, I keep a PVC pipe with hacksaw blades, some nails in this cigar case, 2 hacksaw blades, this fine Sharpie, and that's pretty much it that's in there. Now, hacksaw blades are very useful. You can use them for sawing. You can also use them for making arrowheads. Nails are extremely useful. If you try to put a hole in something without a nail, even with an awl, you have some difficulty a lot of times. Trust me on that. I've put holes in lots of things, and a lot of times I wish I had a nail. So I carry them now, and it definitely saves a lot of time and effort, and saves a lot of calories as well. Now, we have 2 main compartments in here, or actually we have 3. Now this one down here, which I have just a couple of accessories. These are boot blousers, so I can blouse up my boots and fit them inside, or my jeans and fit them inside my boots. This is a water bottle holder with a carabiner. It's a heavy duty carabiner. And I can actually strap that carabiner to my belt or to my LBV and have a water bottle right with me at all times if I need to. Alright, in the medium pouch here, I have my first aid kit. We have some 550, some peanut butter. We have a shovel. Now, I had a couple other things inside of this shovel case. I have to put the shovel in the case, otherwise it'll poke holes in my gear. So I'm going to upgrade the case to something smaller since I don't need that whole case anymore. But for now, that's what I got. Emergency shirt there. And this is an emergency chem light with extra batteries and different types of colors there. All you Army folks know what that is. This is my hygiene kit, and I'll cover what's in there in a minute. And once again, a 2mm trash bag. Alright, that's everything that's in that pocket. Let's put this stuff back. I was going to cover the hygiene kit. Alright. Here's the hygiene kit. It's watertight, and it's got some hair bands, nail clippers. I don't care what anybody says, you're going to need these. Anyone else that says you don't, wish they had them when they're out in the bush, because these things are so much better than doing whatever it is you're doing. Got some scope, a toothbrush I cut off, got a little piece of soap that I cut a chunk off of, razor, Q-tips. You have to have some Q-tips, trust me on that one. And I got some toothpaste in here. Dental floss. Dental floss is multi-purpose. It's cordage. It can be used for other things. And this is hydrogen peroxide. Looks like the label's coming off of this. This has got to be baking soda right here. That's peroxide. Oh, there's nothing in here. Oh, well, I need to refill the baking soda. But the peroxide is still in there. And with peroxide and baking soda, you can relieve a lot of things like mouth injuries and sores and sore teeth. Y'all seen the Castaway video. Yeah, they're not lying about those teeth. If your teeth are in trouble, you're in some serious, guacamole, and you have to do something about it. And if you don't have a means to pull the teeth, then what you're going to need is some hydrogen peroxide to help relieve it until you can't. Now, I don't want to figure out how to put all this stuff back in here. Alright, I'll figure that out in a minute. That was a Tetris deal a long time ago, and I've never pulled everything out of there. Alright, my first aid kit. Let's cover this. Now, I like to keep some acetaminophen over ibuprofen or naproxen sodium, because ibuprofen and naproxen sodium damage a lot of people's stomachs. And in fact, they damage just about everyone's stomachs. Acetaminophen is pretty much the only thing that a pregnant woman can take if she's having some problems. Alright, I also like to keep some diphenhydramine in here, or Benadryl, for allergies, especially in Texas. Now, right here, we got a couple of Hemcon bandages. These are military bandages. And I've got a pack of towels here. These are just the button towels that you add water to, and they open up into a towel. And I've used a couple of them in other places, so there's only about 8 of them in here. And that's in the front pack right here. Now, in the big pack, I've got my main first aid kit. I've got some moleskin. You need this moleskin. Trust me, if you're trekking, you're doing some mobility, going across the woods, you're gonna need some moleskin. I've got some tampons here. Now, this is the travel pack. I got 2 regular, 2 super, and 1 super plus. I'm not exactly sure. I think those are different sizes. But what these are good for, they're good for wounds. They're good for punctures. You can put these right into the puncture. It'll absorb the blood, because that's what it's designed to do. Also, if you have females with you, they're going to want some of this. Alright, another first aid kit, a little military tourniquet, another military tourniquet, and some cotton rounds. Now, let's cover this first aid kit. Alright, in here I've got some bandages. I guess I'm out of bandages. I'm going to have to refill that. Some Visine or artificial tears. Some more chapstick. Hot hands. This come in handy when it's really cold. And I've got some wet wipes in here as well. And I've got basically a disposable thermometer in here. Alright. And you see some of the stuff has been used and run out, so I have to keep on restocking it as I go along. And with so much stuff here, I don't always remember what needs to be restocked, so I have to do inventory. But I keep my stock in here. These got bandages, more acetaminophen, antiseptic towel, more antiseptic wipes here, more bandages, and some gauze down at the bottom. And there's also a needle here for stitching. Alright. And I keep all of that in there as well. Now, the advantage of having two kits in here is like, why do you have two kits instead of just one? I like to take this and put it somewhere and take it with me when I don't want to take this whole thing. And you're going to be doing that from time to time. So you need to have your stuff modular. You can't just put it all into one bag, hope it's going to work out, and then when you got to separate it all, then you got to figure out what you're going to do about keeping it separated, rather than just grabbing the bag and closing up the big one and going. I like to just grab the bag and go. Alright, now I'm going to shut the video off and we're going to cover the main compartment in just a moment. Alright, this is Saul. I'm back with another video for Master of Resources, and this is the second part to the Ranger Pack loadout for the pack and carry cache system. And we're just going to cover the main pack contents. And like I said, this loadout changes all the time, so this isn't what I keep in there at all times. This is what I have in there right now. Alright, some heavy duty zip ties. These are about $1 a piece. I've got maybe 6 or 7 of them left in there. Those are great for lots of things. I've got my U.S. Army issue poncho. This is an awesome piece. I've went with different ponchos and the different tarp solutions, and I prefer this thing. This is what I use in the rain. This is what I use as a tarp for cover when I'm sleeping out in the bush. I'll open that up for you later and show you how it opens up, but it's a standard U.S. Army issue. I don't have the liner for it, but the liner, everyone knows, does not fit the poncho anyway. Alright, here's some documents I have. This is for the bus routes, the local bus routes. The FM 2176 U.S. Army Survival Manual. Very valuable book to keep with you in the bush. It's a book of 5 rings by Miyamoto Musashi. Very famous samurai warrior. Another book I like to keep in here, I don't have it in there right now, is The Art of War by Sun Tzu. And a small Bible is always pretty good. My metal water bottle, the top of it's not metal. You need a metal one so that you can boil water in a fire. Plus, it's not a bad self-defense mechanism either. Got a spare pair of skivvies and some socks. You never know when you might need them. And that's all I'm carrying in there right now in the main compartment. And like I said, the loadout changes all the time. I carry different things in there. I always try to keep my poncho with me and my water bottle with me. The books tend to change. There's also a lot of supplies I keep in here. The buck saw sometimes goes in here. I'm figuring out a way to put it on my belt system right now, so it can stay on my duty belt or inside my duty belt. But I haven't got it figured out yet. And that's what I carry in there. Alright, and I'll be back. I'm going to show you some of the other supplies that are optional that I keep in my pack from time to time when I come right back.